J-Lo, no time for dessert.
I know.
You know what it is?
It's time for the Wrestle House.
It's Wrestle House. It's Wrestle House 2.
Oh, jeez. Wow, I didn't know we had that.
That's from Steve there over in the UK. I noticed that on Wednesday. It's like, yeah.
Nice. Oh, yeah. So, this is, I don't know exactly how we're going to review. I mean, we can go segment by segment, but it just doesn't feel like that kind of show. I think it's just going to be one of those ones. We could talk about the matches. We could talk about what we laughed at. Oh, excuse me. But number one, like I said, welcome everyone. Hope everyone is. If you're celebrating Thanksgiving right now, and you're here, shame on you. You should be with your family. No kidding. But I hope everyone is staying. Shame. Hope everyone is staying safe this holiday. Well, just getting into the weekend now.
Enjoy your Thanksgiving dinner or pasta, whatever you like.
Oh, pasta mania! Yeah, everybody loves a little pasta on there. Thanksgiving, don't they?
Some people do. Some people do pasta for Thanksgiving.
I'm sure they do. And before we jump into everything else, I just want to remind you lovely people that we have a couple sales going on.
Sales?
Sales? It's all on sale.
Oh, it is. We are not long for Black Friday at this point.
It is. It's coming up quick. Well, but luckily for us wrestling fans, the Black Friday sale has already been going on since the 23rd, and it goes till the 29th over at PWT's. Now, we fall under that little, that one at the bottom there, the 20% off. We fall underneath the everything else category there. So it's 20% off if you choose to go with the PWT's site sale. No coupons needed. And, well, hello, Joe. Thanks for joining us. Oh, boy.
Deals.
Joe loves those deals. And also, if you're looking for something else on that list this Black Friday week of sales, we also have 25% off everything over at our Spread Shop site on the 26th. So starting tomorrow, all day, 25% off everything. We got the cups, we got the tumblers, we got the bears, the puppies, the hoodies, the caps, the Santa caps. It's all on there. So go check that out. Go treat yourself to some TNI merch. Treat yourself. And if you are a fan, because I love these guys, if you are a fan of Team UK, they also have all that lovely stuff as well. The tumblers, the hats, almost said the cats. That's what happens. You know, you just always think about cats when you have a lot of cats. The puppies, the bears, the hoodies, all that stuff. Go support those guys too.
Mm-hmm.
So, anything else? You know what? Before we dive in, because honestly, this review isn't going to take very long.
What are you getting at? What I think you're getting at, Jay?
Well,
are we talking a little news?
Well, and that's not really news.
Okay,
it's not really news. I mean, I heard a couple things out there, but it's not really like, oh my god, news. It's like, you know, it's more like speculation. So I don't want to jump all over.
Speculation. All right, let's talk some speculation. And once again, thank you, Rayline. Always quick with the bits.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate that. Cheer the bits. If you're over on YouTube, you can tip us if you like with the super sticker or super chat. All those are lovely. Thank you. But before we do any of that, don't forget to smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications so that you know when we go live. Yeah, fake speculation. Well, I heard that there was I didn't hear the interview. This is all from a source, from a source, from a source. That's why I'm not like, ooh, you know. But I do believe it. So Mercedes Martinez had an interview recently, and I guess during the interview she did state that she would like a long-term contract with Impact Wrestling if one was going to be offered to her. So that's a great sign.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great sign that she would like to stay with that company. She's been great so far. You know, another great veteran presence on the roster. You can't beat that, Bill.
Yeah, and we know we've heard the same thing from W. Morrissey. We know he's in contract talks as well, and he said nothing but positive things about wanting to stay in Impact. So I think once talent's in Impact, they definitely want to stick around. It's all depends if you can make an agreement on that.
The people upstairs.
Yeah, like if they can, I'm sure they want to work with a lot of these people. It's just, can they agree on what that's going to cost everybody? So
that dollar sign.
Yeah. So you got to be careful with that, and also to make sure there's something, because we'll talk about it later. We saw the return of someone tonight on this show, but they really didn't have a story for a long time, and everyone was wondering what's happening. And it took this to kind of get someone to return. So we'll see what comes of that. But you can't. Impact's not a wrestling company. There's wrestling companies that just sign people, and you might not even see them. They just put them on the back burner until maybe they get something for them. Impact doesn't do that. If they have you signed and are paying you, they're using you.
Yeah. They're not just gonna stick you in catering for 6 months.
Yeah, that's not what we get with Impact Wrestling, which I think is a good way to go. That's how a good business runs itself.
I tell you what, though, I mean, if I was stuck in catering and Mrs. J-Bone was the cook, I'd want to stay in catering.
Tell us a little bit what you're doing on that Thanksgiving feast you got there.
I got a little bit of turkey. I took the rest of the sweet potatoes, the yams. We got some sour cream and chive potatoes, and we got some stuffing. And then we got a piece of chocolate ice cream pie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now,
homemade.
This is the time. This is the day. This is the time of year where it's all acceptable. And this is said with proud, welcoming nature, J-Bone, because it's for all of us out there.
He's fat!
But we want to be that. It's for the extra big pants the time of year.
I was so fat last night. Oh my God, was I fat?
And let us know in the chat what you're having on this Thanksgiving holiday.
I had the food baby, as they call it. I had the food baby. So you just got back from the tapings. Now, of course, we don't do spoilers on here, but is there anything you can talk about from your trip? Anything newsworthy? Did you do any signings? Anything you'd like to talk about?
Well, this one I kept pretty tight compared to last time I went out a couple days early last time. So this one I came in the night before late, went right into Turning Point, tapings, left the day after. So didn't do a lot of extracurriculars. I did do, and this is a kudos, I got to imagine Rosemary is a big part of this because her and Taya did this, but then they did it again with Havok, and they did like a canned food drive, and you got a meet and greet with the canned food drive. So just because I know it takes a while sometimes for me to get these pictures on Instagram, I'll give a little sneak preview from the phone. I did do the meet and greet as part of that. So there you go.
Oh, that's awesome! And they got the orange hair there. That's
yeah. So the current look of of Decay. And
Very nice.
the picture was friend of the show, Daniel Spencer.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm going to see him in about a week.
Yeah. So that was very cool. Just heads up, there's they were advertising Turning Point. I mentioned it the other day that at Sam's Town, they really did, because they treated it just like a pay-per-view. So they did a good job of letting everyone around town know there's a wrestling pay-per-view here on Saturday, so come check it out.
Nice.
But that was cool. And I also, since I did the Titanium, I did bowling. And so here's a pic from bowling with the crew.
Are you allowed to say who won?
I think they put it out there on socials. I'm pretty sure they did. Because this isn't, but Rohit defended his title. And Rohit was on my team.
Okay.
With Ziggy Dice and Havok was also on my team.
Gotcha.
He didn't think he was going to win because at first we thought Savannah Evans, because there was like an S coming up. So we thought it was Savannah, but it was somebody else had the high score in the first game, but it wasn't. Oh, thank you for the sticker, Justin. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Justin. Beautiful.
If I could be at Wrestle House, I would have been there. I know where they filmed that Wrestle House, not the house, but I know where the matches took place. I've been in that building before, but that would have been, that might be one of my dreams now, is to be on Wrestle House. And with Chris Sabin doing everything he's doing, it was fantastic. But very cool. The bowling, I did that. Obviously, I did the meet and greet I just talked about, the canned food drive. Obviously, you see a lot of comes and goings with there. They did more merch. I'll kind of talk about they always have the merch set up there in Vegas, and they're doing some stuff with the micro brawlers. But like the Good Brothers were selling merch, like their separate merch is part of the merch stand, and even Laredo Kid was selling his merch. So pretty cool.
That is cool.
And as we see everyone saying here, Sabin stole the show.
Oh, the slow-mo Sabin.
Oh, and see, I didn't have to say it, so I guess it was identifiable enough. Terrence here did get it right. That was FSW's arena, Future Stars for Wrestling. And I see the Critical Sting. I knew that venue looked familiar.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of their stuff. I mean, I've seen some of their stuff before, but I don't think I've seen stuff from that.
Oh, Zach wants to know, what food did I give to the food drive? Well, what I did was there's a Walmart now, kind of across from Sam's Town. It wasn't there years ago, but it's there now. And I went over there, went to like the first aisle I went down with canned goods that made sense was like the vegetable aisle. So I just got the arm and just started doing this. Took the heave with it. So I think it was like some green beans, some corn, some peas. Like I went heavy veggies.
Well, there you go. That's always good.
And they had the pop, like you don't need a can opener. You can just do the bend tab and open them.
Oh yeah.
Well, you got to think of those things because you don't want to give something to somebody and then they can't actually even open it, which is possible.
Oh, this is true. That would really suck. Be like, oh, great can. I could lick the can.
You're like, how do I? Or you could do the Steve Martin. Go, what's the deal with these cans? Somebody hates these cans.
Critical Sting says it's also where Allie died.
Oh. Saying the murder was in, well, that was in the Undead Realm, but you're saying the Undead Realm was there.
That would make sense because Luchasaurus was there and he's originally from out west, I think.
It would make sense because they were doing a lot of it probably was the Vegas taping era.
Could be.
There you go. The Reggie White. Hey, Reggie White, that's my guy, man. Former Eagle. The hump move. There you go. I like it, Terrence. Commander CJ, it did look like they did a good haul at the event. And like I said, I know she's been involved with those before. So I don't know if that's her idea. It might, like, obviously Ross was, I gave the cans to Ross on the way in. Dr. Ross, who we see as part of the commentary tonight. I think that's a first.
That is. Along
So,
with
very cool.
the return of, what did they call him in TNA back in the day?
Oh, Sin? Just Sin?
I think it was just Sin.
Yeah, so Kazarni, Sin Bodhi. But yeah, he was Sin during the TNA days.
There we go. Yeah, that was wild seeing him. And they all had some like kind of like rhyming jokes they were doing. It was hilarious.
There was a lot of rhyming in this episode. Obviously, you had the narrator, James Mitchell, as everyone's pointing out, made his return.
Father Daddy.
Father Daddy. But sometimes we say this with not the most positive thing, but this was a very positive version of this.
Who booked this?
We like who booked it. Like, we're very happy with who booked this shit.
Yeah, this was like, and like there were some people in the live reaction chat that are like, okay, this isn't my cup of tea. It's a little too much comedy for me. I was like, okay, then it's fine. It's fine.
This is for you, Keith. Hold on.
But I saw Swingerella number 2. There you go.
Swingerella number 2.
Then apparently she was also a ref in this episode.
Correct.
Yeah.
Referee number 2.
Yeah. So all right. So how do you want to pick this apart? Should we do the usual? Talk about BTI first.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Well, BTI was all turning point highlights, which is a little surprising that they do that, but it's whatever. It's the shows between the big pay-per-views, so it's not a big deal.
Well, they do it for the big pay-per-views as well. Like, I was surprised after Bound for Glory and even Slammiversary that they kind of showed, like, they gave the finish away of pretty much every match. Which, hey, I think that's a good way as you're trying to gain more fans. That probably is what they're calculating as the risk reward. Because you know how most companies always like, buy the replay.
Yeah.
But they're like, no, we're gonna give you that ending. We're gonna be like, at this point, we're not worried about that buy. At this, you either bought it or you didn't. Now we want you to watch TV, watch the ads. Therefore, that's how we get you as a fan. So I'm on board with that.
Yeah, it's all right. So they had Falaba versus Chris Bay with Hikuleo in his corner. This was a lot of fun. Little comedy thrown in. It's great to see the athlete. I mean, Chris Bay is a star. Let's not kid ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And this crowd was torn on it. It was like half Ba and half Bay. That was the funny part of it. You know, you get the Ba chants, and then Bay would start his chants, be like Bay. You know, so
you got to remember how over Chris Bay is in that with that crowd.
Yeah, this is his neck of the woods. Yeah, and Bay came off with a win. Falaba's athleticism still shines.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he get to roll through stuff, and he's still just as much fun as when I became a fan of his a few years ago. Now, were you on your way home? Did you catch any of this or no?
Well, I did catch it live.
Oh, you did. Oh, well, yeah, you were there. Okay. This is true. You were in the heat. This is why we call him Front Row Bill. Do you remember anything from this match?
No, I thought it was a good match. It was good to see Ba. That's kind of what I said the other night when we knew this was coming. But obviously, there's going to be a big push, especially in Vegas, with Chris Bay, but we saw it in Nashville too. So it isn't even just the Vegas crowd, because I still remember that Slammiversary the next day, the afternoon, when they were doing afternoon and night sessions. Chris Bay came out early in those afternoon sessions, and that crowd went nuts for Chris Bay. So, like, Vegas is his home area, but I think Chris Bay is really over with crowds. So the more we see live audiences, obviously it's only been in Nashville, and now, like, we know Decay's super over. We know Bay was from Nashville into Vegas, and I think that's where you're going to keep seeing. Now, Ba, it's interesting with Ba, because we had him obviously in the comedy gimmick for a while. I don't know what the long term is for Ba with that. Is he going to stay more comedy, stuff like this? Or does he get back into what we always talk about, that the most serious version of Ba was the one that went against Austin Aries in that title match years ago?
Yeah.
And that was, I still will always say, Ba's best match. And you didn't even know it going in. You're like, well, what's this going to be? And then it was just like, wow. So, because you look at Ba, he could be a very serious, he could be a heel, but he's so likable. So it's going to be interesting to see where Ba winds up going. But it's a good way to show Chris Bay, like, getting the Bullet Club on BTI. Once again, huge brand, Bullet Club. So this is good to see.
Yeah, so this win makes up a little for the loss at the pay-per-view show. So, but yeah, Bay gets the win, and so yeah, that's the match.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember when this was in the tapings. Like, I don't know if this was. Oh no, I can figure out what it was. It was, yeah. So it was the first, because there was 2 days of tapings, and this was during day one, based on Swingers Palace being my shirt.
There you go.
That was day of bowling.
The Iceman intel, there wasn't much. There wasn't much to that. They just saying, hey, you know, if you're watching this, please stick around for Wrestle House 2.
Yeah.
And you know, just
which was good, because I wasn't sure if there would even be Iceman intel. Honestly, I didn't know if there was going to be BTI until yesterday when they announced the match.
Yeah. So, you know, it was just short but sweet. Hey, watch Wrestle House 2. You know, we're excited for it or whatever, you know. And that was it. So
I did like the spot where Bob was getting picked up by the fans.
Oh, yeah, where he was, and the two guys in the corner right across from you were like, oh, come on, you can do it, yeah. It's like, all right, now push him back towards the ring. I'd be the guy, I'd be like, oh, no, let him fall.
Oh, there's Bonus Baby mentioning when he came in, with Mario Baraka when they were a tag team. Because they came during the Global Force era when they started.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I was like, who? Yeah.
But then he had a major injury, but I believe he is back now competing again. I saw him at a Wrestle Pro show. That Bob was also, because that's Bob's like home promotion, Wrestle Pro on the Indies, the one that Kevin Matthews runs now.
Right. Is that on the East Coast?
Yes, it's out of Jersey, Rahway.
Jersey. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, and then on to Wrestle House 2, and they actually showed clips to show you the synopsis of the last one,
which was good.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of it was Taya, so it was also great to see that. And I mean, there were hints of Taya all over this show.
Bravo, almost, unless he was wearing a suit, was always wearing a different Locust shirt in every segment.
He was.
That, like, this definitely seems like foreshadowing. I don't think this is just playful banter. This seems like heavy foreshadowing.
Yeah,
and like this seems like it's a done deal. Honestly,
right. It's and from what I think I've seen Taya even put out some stuff like pictures of her and Rosemary and stuff like that. So
yeah, like all of her stuff, like she put the picture of her and Johnny from an Impact event. So it feels like it's definitely hinting towards the return of one Ty Valkyrie and maybe even Johnny Impact.
Oh, I'd love to see Johnny.
Obviously, has a much longer time frame, but if Ty does come over, it does make Johnny feel more possible as well.
Oh, sure. And by February or whenever it'll be, about a month after Hard to Kill, we could see Johnny Impact in there if he chooses to. I don't know, what he's gonna feel like doing. I mean, he had a great run. I loved what he did in Impact. Of course,
well, I think a lot of people loved what he did in Impact.
For reals.
Oh, reels. That's right. Lucha Underground was like his big comeback to the wrestling world because he did take some time off. Did some Hollywood stuff, and and I'm glad he went back up north. I was happy for him. But unfortunately, they just really never. They stuck him with Miz, and that was it. They didn't want to do anything else. It's like,
well, I get it. I will never fault anyone for going and being like, you know what, there's a good possibility, but it feels like a fan looking at that. You go into those situations like, that's probably not going to work out. But you can't fault them for trying it. But same thing like when EC3 went back up there. It's like, yeah, it's probably not going to work out. For maybe the 1 out of 10 that go back, maybe it works out.
Yeah.
And he was in a decent spot for, like, out of all of them, he probably had the best chance for it to work out due to his connection with The Miz. But it was just, that's what it was going to be. He was not The Miz, but that was his connection to get a little bit up there. But then if it's not with him, then that's all he was going to get.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he was, he was tagging with and he did become tag champs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there was that at least.
Like that was going to be like, honestly, that probably is the best case scenario for what he would have got up there.
Yeah.
And now maybe it's better that he's going to get another opportunity sooner rather than sticking in catering, as we say, for maybe a year or two. And then maybe not having a chance to get another good run somewhere.
Yeah, or losing the Riddle for a 500th time or whatever.
Yeah, as Critical Sting says, for every AJ, which is one of the ones that did work, there's an EY, Rude, and EC3, which did not work.
Yeah, it's true. So, So this Wrestle House 2 is very much centered around Johnny Swinger. And
Johnny Swinger.
It was great to see that this was, I mean, we love Johnny Swinger. And we talked about this off air that we were I was a little worried that, I didn't know what his future was now that they were leaving Skyway Studios and they start touring again. It felt like they were starting to like end his story, but they're not. I mean, this was great. This was great, Bill.
Oh yeah, because come on, hey, I cannot get enough of this.
You guys swing?
Who doesn't love that? I'll fight you.
Because I'll tell you what, like the Vegas crowd, I'll still go with during Bound for Glory. He had the biggest pop in the gauntlet.
Wow. He did, really.
The Swingman had the biggest pop there.
Wow.
People love the Swingman, J-Bone.
Especially in Vegas. Well, and that's also shocking because considering what he probably was going to try to do in Vegas, some kind of illegal something in Vegas.
Yeah. Although, this Commander CJ brings up a great line from Swingerella number 2, Riley there. Everyone loves Wrestle House, not the dirt sheets.
Yeah.
which was very funny. I do like them acknowledging that because it's almost like the new Ghostbusters movie. Like the audience, the fans love it.
Yeah.
The critics, they're like this
Not so
because
much.
they don't like things the fans like, and that's the dirt sheets for the most part these days. Like they're like, oh, if the regular people like it, we got it's below us.
Well, it's not gonna, earn a.
Oh, and they make
Emmy.
later comments about stars. Like this won't get 5 stars. Like I always appreciate playing doing the punches at those guys.
Yeah.
You know what, J-Bone? This is a Wrestle House. This is Thanksgiving. I'm thankful that we don't have to listen to the crap of fake wrestling news. Here we go.
Longing for that fake wrestling news. Don't believe anything that you read on the internet.
Later. So almost had that piece of pie. So yeah, it's this was a great bit of. I mean, we really didn't get anything different. It was just switching gears. We had some new cast. We had some returners. I love the fact that with the new cast, you had guys like Kaleb that were a great focus on this.
Yeah.
Kaleb was hilarious because a lot of times he's in the background doing goofy stuff. And I tell the audience, but like, sometimes you got to watch the background. You got to watch for the goofy stuff because someone will be over here doing something that's like, yeah, those are the ones you got to watch.
Yeah, that's a good point, Jay, because I can tell you from the live experience being ringside, Kaleb does a lot there. Like he's like sometimes I'm not even giving him heat and he's going after me. It's like, yo, well, Kaleb, come on, man. But he's very good at what he does. And for him to get a platform here to show that, I say the same thing recently about Juice Robinson. Like he's doing a lot of work out there to engage with the audience. Not all of it gets on TV.
Ton of charisma.
But he has a ton of charisma as well. Like he would have been great in something like this as well. But that's and that's how I know people are talking about Lish. Like Lish really got over during Wrestle House 1.
Yeah.
With a lot of her personality. The Lishisms.
She did it. She had a couple in here too. And that's why we praised the first one so much as well, because it gave so many new people in the company like Larry, Kylie, so many, a chance to put forth some kind of charisma, some kind of character, work on it, which also dives into the whole promo thing. It's all to improve your character. And yeah, Chattanooga. There you go. See, perfect. Yeah. It's not Chattanooga.
Yeah, same thing. Lish, her voice was a little going. Obviously, Dr. Ross's voice was a little going.
Yeah.
Like now, one thing is this: I probably after tapings from that loop, so it could be just being worn out. But obviously, we're getting into these seasons that can be a little tough on the vocals.
Yeah, yeah. Could be allergies. Who knows? Who knows? So yeah. But just yeah, so between Kaleb and Sabin,
And
I absolutely love what they did with Sabin. I mean, they made him such a focal point of this.
And I think that's after the Palace, man. They knew the character change and Chris Sabin from the Palace. It's time to strike while the iron's hot. We said it every week, J-Bone. Yeah. I'm not going to say we have any influence. That's Kaleb's job with Madison. But Chris Sabin, the time, the strike on his gimmick right now is go Impact, do it. Because Chris Sabin is he's killing it in the ring. He's killing it on promos. Catchphrases out the wazoo right now. It's Chris Sabin all the time for us right now.
It is. And just to see this side of him and because he's done so many different things in his career, he's almost getting that EY push from like a handful of years ago, right before EY went up north. You know, when he started doing some really crazy, goofy shit. You know, I love this, and they started with this synth pop, 80s sounding.
Oh yeah, it was like a Muzak Take Your Breath Away.
It was, yeah. And then
from Berlin.
They had the fog in there. There wasn't really fog. It was just a little effect they put over it. You know, and the slow mo, like he walked in with a towel and he was moist.
Anytime you get moist into the conversation.
Oh yeah, dude, he was
like your turkey, moist like your turkey.
Oh, the turkey was incredible. I based that thing hour on the hour for like 12 hours. It was ridiculous.
Violet going with the steamy, sexy Sabin. Triple S.
Yeah, and they had them topless through like half the episode, and then the reactions from the girls like Havok and Rosemary. Like,
is it hot or is it just him?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but it was funny. It was only Kaleb seeing the slow-mo effect. Like that was through Caleb's eyes this whole time.
Yeah, he's like, slow-mo? What are you talking about? Fog? What fog? What?
And actually, as our resident jacked up jukebox, I know they do have the season 1 intro song already, like on YouTube. So like you can find that. But all the other music they used in this episode, there was a couple other songs. They were all fantastic.
Yeah,
I would like to know some of those, like the Chris Sabin song. Definitely want that. And then there was one, another real good one near the end. That was memorable.
There's sites out there that you can like get music from. You can license it, and this is one of those where they're going to use it for this episode and probably never use it again. I mean, unless they do a Wrestle House 3 and they do something else.
There will be. Come on.
Well, I'm just saying, you never know. I didn't think we'd hear the Wrestle House theme ever again.
Sure, and there you go. Sabin's the one who sang that song at the end. So maybe Chris Sabin's going to put something out there.
Oh, he's got a band, doesn't he?
He's the multi-talented Chris Sabin, man.
He has a band with oh gosh, I can't remember who. Is it Alex Shelley he's got a band with?
I don't think so. But I don't know.
It's like a few other indie guys. I can't remember. It's like a rock band or punk band or something. I don't know.
Jacked up jukebox.
Right, that's one for the jukebox. So yeah, this one was centered around Johnny Swinger. He was the Scrooge. It almost was like a pre-Christmas theme.
Well, yeah, we see early on he starts seeing the ghosts of Rizat's past, and we saw our very own friend Ingrid as that the first one.
Yeah.
What a baby!
She's just
that was as memorable as the abyss door that got opened.
Yeah. So this was even more terrifying. The fact that he had a Rizat from the past show up with a baby. That was hilarious.
Here we go.
Oh, T. Hughes. Yeah. He's in a band with Petey Williams. That's it.
There it is. It's Petey. There you go.
Yeah,
he said it too.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he says, and Alex Shelley is in there too. There we go.
I thought it was.
Okay.
Like, I never heard the music, but it's Adam Tarr and Chris. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. She see Ingrid comes to the door. It's yours, and he's like, no. Runs back in the house. It's like no, you're not escaping. Nobody is.
Yeah, and I know what he was saying after that.
We're gonna have to get ourselves tested after this.
Oh, hopefully Ingrid did too. But congrats to Ingrid. We never knew. We don't have to know all the little inside things behind their stories. Well, now we know one.
He was just a composite character for a Rizat.
Oh, I don't know, Bill. Behind every story, there's a little truth. No, I'm kidding.
Let's see. Keith's there. Never fall in love with the Rizat. Words to live by.
That was. That's one thing he said at the end there.
I don't know. Say, well, he's if he's in a band, maybe he does play a little piano. He might know his way around the tickle the ivories, as they say, J-Bone.
I don't think he was tickling the right ivories there.
Well, he wasn't tickling them all, but he says he can play an instrument. It wouldn't shock me if he knows at least a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. Well, should we go over the matches and then just talk about some funny parts from?
We can do whatever you want, J-Bone.
Because I only took like so many notes to like break this down segment by segment. It's not possible for me.
You're right. There's a lot going on here. So yeah, let's do that.
All right. So we got Sabin versus Kaleb with slow-mo. We've even got a slow-mo Sabin for his finisher.
Well, you gotta have that.
That was great, and that was like the best version of his finisher. Period. I loved it. Zach, you behave yourself. It's Jiminy Christmas. No, you can't come in. Behave. Goofy
Oh,
kids.
behave.
Behave. John capital E period Bravo was the ref for this one.
Oh,
Great to see John E. Bravo back in the ref position here. He had a rough episode. He really did.
He did. It's well, because we remember what happened the first time.
Yeah, extra virgin olive oil.
Yeah, that was. He ended up in a coma. With Scott D'Amore standing over him,
Tried to pull the plug. That Scott D'Amore.
He was. Jeez, what a guy. What a guy. This guy. Last rites and everything. Let's see. So Sabin comes off with a win on this one, and that all stemmed from an argument between Kaleb and Sabin, which had to do with the slow-mo stuff too, which was just hilarious. I love that.
This place rules.
Hell yeah, that sounds good. Steve with the sound bites. I love it. Let's see. We also got a 5-on-5. So we got Decay with Sabin, Havok, Rosemary, Torus, and Crazy Steve with Sabin versus Madison Rayne, Hernandez, Alisha, and Eddie. And I'm missing one.
Of that team.
Was it Swinger?
No, Swinger wasn't in that. Hernandez, Madison, Kaleb. Yeah, Alisha, Eddie. Let's see, Madison, Kaleb.
This is before
Alisha,
Lawrence D comes in.
Yeah, who was the fifth? I forget who the fifth was too.
I can't remember. Bravo and Swingerella number 1 were at ringside.
Oh yes.
Yeah. No, Havok was with she was with Decay. Alisha, Hernandez, that's it.
Oh yeah, I did say okay. I did say Hernandez, but I didn't because I had to count.
Oh no, Kaleb. Caleb's the last
Yeah,
one.
Kaleb. All right, we did say them all then.
Yeah. It was Kaleb I was missing. So all right. So Havok and Decay and Sabin win that one, and that one was just goofy. And then let's see. The last match? No, we got 2 more matches. We got Swinger versus Lawrence D.
The return.
The return of Lawrence D. Lawrence, or what we like to call him, Lawrence Delicious.
Well, I do like the hint. Swingerella #1 hints. The D doesn't say what that means.
Yeah, right.
You could make some inferences on that. We'll say delicious.
She's not going after the D. This was fun. This was another comedic match. I love Swingers matches because he oversells the shit out of everything. He's always over the top. It's just goofy.
Wow, he's fantastic.
And Lawrence actually wrestled in a suit for part of it and then took it off, and he had the Lawrence D t-shirt.
I have that t-shirt.
Did you? Oh, do you?
I do.
Do you have
I got it from him at a indie show the night before Impact was taping, or 2 nights before an Impact taping out in Skyway. He did an indie show that Kevin Martin was ring announcing at.
Nice.
So I picked it up from him at the gimmick table.
Nice.
I'll just see. I'm not sure if I have it near me, but I'll take a quick look.
Okay.
Let's make sure. It's probably around somewhere, but we'll hold off on that.
Okay, that's fine. And then the last match here, we got Hernandez versus Torus. And that just gets ugly because this is where Hernandez loses and he loses his pants.
Oh, yeah. And then the early match, too.
And then, oh, yeah, I forgot. Wait, didn't I write that one down? Oh, yeah. I did write that one down.
That's match number 2, I guess.
It is. I am so sorry. Downtown Daddy Brown, a.k.a. Willie Mack, versus Johnny Swinger. That was hilarious. They're like, oh, let's get these guys back together. That'll cheer up Johnny Swinger.
And I do like the shots at the Karate Man when they're showing the footage from the IPWF.
Oh, yeah.
They're watching IPWF on TV. They're like, oh, yeah. Because that was obviously Downtown Daddy Brown won the strap there off of
that's right.
What, Julian Cumberbatch? But they're like, looks like a Karate Man to me, Steve says. So that's do appreciate that.
Julian Cumberbatch.
Oh, Cumber what, J-Man? Well, are you saying with the infamous, what was it, Pizza Pete? Rapid Pizza Delivery Pete said back then?
That son of a bitch.
There you go. Oh, Cumberbund, yeah.
Wait, is it Cumberbund?
It's Cumberbund, yeah.
That was Cumber. Didn't you just say Cumber bitch?
Could be both. Yeah, that was funny. And I also love that the IPWF in that, we'll just say universe, is like legit from like back in the day. Because they were talking about like, oh yeah, I used to watch that when I was a kid and blah, 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 blah. So yeah, that was hilarious. That they actually made it like, oh yeah, this is a legit thing from way back.
Well, a young Johnny Swinger got his start there.
That's right. He was actually in that last one, wasn't he?
He was. Love the territory days.
And he was, well, and the funniest part is he was himself. He didn't have to do anything.
No, yeah, him, Congo Kong.
Oh, that's right. Congo Kong was in there. That was, yeah, it was a different
IPWF.
Oh, man. But yeah, so yeah, Swinger loses that one, but that was so funny. And then he was stuck there. I love that they, made Mack's hair all salt and peppery like he was.
Yes.
He was walking with a cane, and he was all. Oh man, Mack was wonderful in this.
Oh yeah, Cole McCoy, big fan of Cole McCoy.
Cole McCoy. Hernandez and versus Torus was the last one. So Hernandez loses his pants and his mind at the end of this. Rosemary's putting like zingers all over everyone towards the end of this. Sorry, just
Mr. Popular.
sometimes too popular. I normally silence my stuff before a show. Sorry, my apologies. But yeah, so they were trying to keep this a private secret thing that the that Swinger was. They were going to make him happy. The goal of this was to cheer him up, and then
for them to get home, they got to make the swingman happy.
Yeah, they got to make him happy, and then the story got out that the other part of it is that he has to become happy, and that John E. Bravo is going to lose his soul in the process of all this.
Well, we all know what makes the swingman happy.
And I want my pizzles back.
Pizzles and Rizats. Yeah.
Oh, and we did get this. Buckshot's right. A Goldie name drop.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
well,
towards the end.
Did we get one by Swinger, or it was Hernandez? Hernandaddy that gave, I know for sure. Was there one by Swingman too? Because it may have been Hernandez, Buckshot, because when he was walking through, he said,
I think it was. I think it was, because then he was also looking for a homicide and I don't know, some LAX guys or whatever. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they showed the footage.
Right. Yeah. Like, oh, well, you're gonna remember this, and from he had a reference to Team 3D in there or something.
He did reference Team 3D.
Yeah. Because you can't say the Dudleys.
Well, in Impact they were Team 3D.
Right. What else here for stories? The whole Lawrence D thing was also great. The introduction of him, they're like, okay, how do we make him fall for Swingerella #1? And they're well, let's ask the man of the house or the lord of the house or whatever the side said. And they, in comes Lawrence D, and he's actually
the lord of the manor.
The lord of the manor, that's it. Big sign on the door. It's like, well, this is his house. I was like, oh, okay, now we know whose house it is.
So now we know what Lawrence has been up to this whole time.
Right.
This is the man that shot Johnny Bravo.
Yeah. So he was sentenced to Wrestle House 2 universe.
Oh, speaking of, there's
with a bottle of ring rust.
Lord Bison, so good.
Bison, what's up, brother?
Good.
Yeah. So yeah, it was great seeing Larry D back. We haven't seen him in quite a while, and with the demise of AC baby, he's no longer in Impact Wrestling. I think Larry's future was a little up in the air, but I'm like, I couldn't wait to see them push him as a single star. But it's like, all right, it's just a matter of time, I guess, to like fit him back in, something.
Yeah, I want to see more. I hope he stays this character. I'm a big fan of the Lawrence D character. I want him coming out with ring rust. I want the model Rick Martel version of Lawrence D. Go around spraying ring rust. Be fantastic.
I hope we see an exaggerated version of this in the IPWF. What is that? The throwback throwdown? Is that what they're calling it?
Yes, December 18th.
coming up in a month. Yeah. So yeah, this was just a lot of fun. So we'll see where his stuff goes. But you know, he didn't have a lot to say in this, but it was all just you know, he had the suit on, and he, you know, with the hair flips and just everything. He was so good. And he's in such good shape now, Bill.
Oh yeah.
Know? Over the course
of the work.
Over the course of the you can't say that word, the panini.
The panini.
Over the course of the panini,
turkey panini.
He got it. Turkey panini is great. With some nice Gouda on there, right?
Gouda.
It's a Gouda. Okay. Locker room talk.
Oh, locker room talk.
We got yeah, I love this match. Right, Bison? So we got the return. I didn't think we were gonna see him again, Bill. We got the Kiss Demon. Oh no, sorry. We got Gene Simmons, Daddy.
Eugene Simmons.
Eugene Simmons. Eugene Simmons in this. And the best part was they were talking to him like, oh yeah, and there's this imposter that was going around trying to be you, but I know you're the real one, Daddy, or whatever. However the conversation went. So much fun. What'd you think of this?
Oh yeah, love the return of the locker room talk. The mileage they've now gotten out of the Kiss Demon Dale Torborg is fantastic. From Bound for Glory to TV to now Wrestle House. I'm liking the run here. And it makes sense because there is that connection between him and Swinger that goes all the way back to WCW.
It is, because they were in the company at the same time, right?
Yeah. I think that was his first match.
Oh, the Demons. Was it Swinger's first match or Demons first?
I think the Demons' first match may have been against Swinger back in WCW.
Oh. I'm going to have to look this up.
Either they did have the match or they were supposed to have a match that maybe never happened, but there was definitely some type of connection all the way. Yeah, and I hear he's a pretty good ball player too.
Now, is that because Dale, what's his name?
Dale Torborg, yeah.
Torborg. He used to play, what did he used to play before?
Baseball.
Wrestling? Oh, he played baseball. Okay.
Yeah, and then his dad was a manager in baseball as well.
Oh, okay. So he has a long history of sports and wrestling. Nice.
Correct.
Nice. But yeah, locker room talk, so funny. Swinger, of course, he's dressed up like Miami Vice. White jacket, suit jacket, rolled up.
There you go, man. Call him Crockett. Crockett Swinger.
Yeah. Right.
We'll be Tubbs.
Those are the days. When I was a little kid, I used to have a jacket like that.
Oh, sure you did, J-Bone. Are you kidding me? I can imagine J-Bone rocking that jacket with this.
Jiminy Christmas.
It was a little younger than that.
Oh, even younger than that?
Oh, yeah.
You were a young bone with the Miami Vice jacket.
I was. This goes back. Oof. We'll see. That picture was about 15. I'd say about 10. Yeah. Because I was in mid 80s is right around the time of Miami Vice. So yeah. Yeah. Great stuff.
10-year-old bone with the jacket.
Yeah.
Can only imagine.
Man, I want to watch.
How many
this.
Rizats were hanging around the Bone Man with that jacket?
Let's just say, Bill. Let's just say the 7th and 8th grade girls were all over 3rd grader J-Lo. No lie. I wish if
Really?
I'm lying, I'm dying.
All right. Well, yeah, you pull a move like that as a young man, you're gonna. That was a what we call a ballsy move.
I was new in school in 3rd grade when I switched schools, and all the older girls were trying to fight over me to see who would become they wanted to be my bodyguard.
You wanted to be the bodyguard of the Bone.
Just crazy.
They wanted to be you were Whitney Houston, and they all wanted to be your Kevin Costner.
They did. It was tough being the Bone back then.
It's good to be the Bone. Good to be the Bone.
It was. Let's see. What else we're going to talk here?
I look like a young boy to you?
Oh, I was. I was so young. It wasn't even funny. Explains a lot. Let's see. We get later. We get Swinger proposing because he's actually happy now because he beat Lawrence D. So he's putting all the pizzles and the Rizats aside. He wants Swingerella #1 to be his #1 girl. What's Critical Sting saying? That's cool and all, but I almost got a prostitute when I was 13. Oh,
This is going off the rails. This is After Dark now.
what are you bragging about? What are you bragging about? You got to pay for that. This was all free. I'm surrounded by older class girls.
It was J-Bone in a C.
Bam!
Exactly. See you women. Got you beat, Critical Sting. Sorry. Let's see.
There we go. That's the answer. Atlanta is wild. She came for the Stingster.
She came to you.
Sting looked a little older than 13.
Oh,
When he was 13.
He's one of those 6-footers, 6'13" guy.
Now, according though to what we know of Sting, that wasn't too long ago. Sting's a young man.
Oh boy. Anna says, "I wish I'd gone to school with J-Bone."
That is not an appropriate question.
Y'all gonna get me in trouble. All right. Oh my goodness. All right. So yeah, Swinger proposes. Then they got the whole okay, so this is when things really start getting amped up. Things start getting tense. Like, oh, okay, all the stories are out now. We got to get the wedding going. Rosemary's got the deadline now. She wants to get the stuff done now. Our very own knockout. Alisha Bikaki's in the chat. She says, so gross.
What specifically was so gross? Our story time?
I don't know. If I grossed you out, I apologize.
There you go.
It was story time with J-Bone. Let's see. Okay, so Rose. Yes. So Rosemary starts putting hexes on everyone. She puts a hex on Hernandez, puts him in the past. This was like the best throwback to a wedding from the last few years. And this is one I still laugh about and still talk about to this day. She put a hex on Eddie and made him drunk. Eddie Edwards was drunk, just like when he was drunk in the wedding to
Melissa and Brian Cage.
Yeah, Melissa Santos and Brian Cage, when they got wedding, Eddie was drunk and he was falling all over the place and getting sick. They did the quick, zoom up the nose camera angle on, Lish, and she's like, "What are you doing?" It was I die every time I see that.
For Eddie right now.
Cocktail hour, brother.
It was, he's a cheap date. Didn't even take anything. It was just a little, little rosemary.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, can't forget the Perkies.
Oh yeah, that was a thing. That was like mentioned a few times. Was it Perkies or Perkins?
Perkies.
Because that's where they zapped downtown Daddy Brown, the Mack, after his match. They're like, okay, well, did you zap him to Perkins or was it Perkies? Because that's different. Lish got pissed at Eddie because he's like, well, how do you know about Perkies? He's a married man. You're not supposed to do those things. That all gets cut off.
Let's not even talk about what they did to this. Yeah, as Commanders. CJ says what they did to the stooge room.
Oh,
yeah. Confessional, as some want to call it.
Oh, they completely defiled the stooge room.
I don't know who defiled it more, them or Kaleb with all of his confessions.
Yeah, Kaleb.
He sullied that room.
Torus was in there a bunch of
Professor
times.
Taurus, reading books.
Oh, yeah. Something about the classics. Yeah, it's great. But then all in all, Swinger's like this close to getting married, and then he doesn't. And that's where it gets a little. There was so much stuff that happened at the end.
There was a lot of stuff happen. It's very similar to the man himself that's been on our show says it best.
I don't know whether to say congratulations or I'm sorry.
And because obviously we get a lot of things going on. We get Eddie, the drunken Eddie, coming out looking to stop the wedding, but he's able to he starts mumbling a little bit. You hear Rosemary, but you don't know what else. But Decay's going to take him away, but he's able to. Lish says no, leave him be. But then Hernandez, I don't know if he was just playing coy with us, who does don the turkey suit, we have to say, in this episode.
They brought it back.
Love the turkey suit. But was he just playing coy? Or did the Eddie thing, is that when he remembered? Because his memory gets jogged and he knows it all. And he reveals the plot that Rosemary was taking Bravo's soul. So, to make the swingman happy. And then Swinger, obviously being the swingman, is like, okay, thanks, Dino. And he's going to go through with the ceremony. But then we find out that the Swingerella number 1, who's, Broomhilda, but he says it's going to be Swingerella number 1, Swinger, is the better name. And can't disagree with that. Has actually... Johnny Bravo's doesn't have virgin blood anymore. The bite's gone, J-Bone.
Right.
We can't do the bite anymore. He's no longer virgin blood because he's been with Swingerella number 1 for a while.
He has.
But he was willing to give that up for the swingman. But then Swingerella number 1 doesn't want the swingman. So Johnny Bravo puts his belly up to the bar and says he wants to take his place. And we have a wrestling wedding that goes off without a hitch. Father James gets all the words in and makes it official. And we got Johnny Bravo hitched, the Swingerella number 1.
Bravo Ella.
Bravo Ella.
And there was something else at the end, wasn't there?
Well, then they went to, they had the dinner, the feast, the big feast where
yeah,
he's back. He's Santa. And we have Santa, downtown
Santa
Willie
Daddy.
Brown.
Yeah, Santa Daddy showed up.
Swingman's back to his normal self. And then we hear Decay. Like they're not there with them since they're celebrating. And there was a couple mentions. Mayor's right. The 1993 Survivor Series was mentioned by Riley.
Oh, yeah.
But then Larry mentioned, 84? A show from 84?
Something, yeah. Yeah.
And they're saying
is
Perky's is like a strip club.
Yeah. That's why
Perky's.
I gathered that, yeah. Yeah. So that's funny. Yeah, who knew Riley could ref? Yeah. So yeah, this was a lot of fun. So Bravo gets hitched. Swinger goes back to his pizzills and Rizats. And
a tamer swinger, I don't know if I could have had that. I need the swing man being the swing man.
Yeah.
Johnny Parisi.
Yeah, Parisi. Oh my God. Now that's a throwback.
That is a throwback.
Yeah, so this one was just a lot of fun. This was, instead of having a match where someone ends up in the suit, we still got the turkey, suit in there. The best part of Hernandez wearing it is like he completely no-sold it the whole time.
You're right. Like, there's really no reason why he's wearing it. It's barely ever, it's not really even ever mentioned that he's in it the whole time.
Yeah, he needed something else to get into because he ripped his pants during the match.
Yes.
So then it's like, okay, well, I got something for you. Come on. And that's what he puts on the turkey suit. So
yeah, that's what happens when you put fanny packs next to fans. It snows.
It snows. Yeah. Yeah. Is it snowing here? No.
I do like when he empties the fanny pack for the ring when he does the proposal, and he's throwing out a Swiss Army knife in there, and then there's the bag that had the snow in it.
The Fuji dust.
The Fuji dust, and we do get a great Fuji dust spot. I'm always a fan of the Fuji.
Oh man!
Because who throws a monkey in the middle of a Fuji?
Of course, Bravo didn't see any of that dust flying all the way across the ring.
No, how could he? He doesn't have eyes in the back of his head, J-Bone.
This is true. Bravo still has some pretty good reffing skills.
He's a very, very good official.
But it was great seeing him in a ref shirt again. Unidentified white substance, yes. Anything else you want to throw in here?
No, I think it was a very enjoyable episode. Big fan of Wrestle House.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about it last time because it was segmented out over weeks last time. And we said they should throw this all together at some point and do like a special just to have it together to see how that flowed. I don't know if the idea from the beginning was to do it all together in this one special or if they were going to piece it out again. They could have, because it does take place over time. So this could have been on Impact programming for a month. But they elected to go this way, and I think it still came off well. It was a nice, compact TV show. And the connection to the IPWF, Wrestle House 1, some current stuff going on in Impact, like the locker room talk, bringing that in. They get that all in one episode. Even if it's not your favorite thing, I think it does make sense in the universe of Impact Wrestling with the Undead Realm and things like that. So I was a big fan. I thought it was good. And this does give a lot of maybe not the usual suspects to get more camera time. Like, I think the one we are really pointing out a lot for this one is Kaleb is a standout for this. And obviously Sabin's continuing what he did at Swingers Palace. So Sabin, and then obviously Swingman. And Swingman was obviously a huge star of the first Wrestle House.
Yeah.
So they had it right. Like that it was starring what it was. Who was the first? It was starring Chris Sabin, and then it ends with and Johnny Swinger. Like they knew the focus here.
Yeah. So it was a lot of similar as far as like it felt like Wrestle House, but they added little things to accentuate new characters, like the stuff between Kaleb and Sabin and the whole slow mo and the fog and the sexy Sabin and all that. So, that was just hilarious. The way he got into that. It was like, and he asks Swingerella number 2, number 2, Riley. He's like, well, I'm a happily married man, but I'd like you to accompany me to the wedding or whatever he says. It's like, this whole thing top to bottom was just really well done. They threw in all these little classic throwback things, hints for Taya Valkyrie all over this. If you know the local what's it called, local wear? Yeah,
the local brand. I got some shirts. I got a bunch of face masks. I might even have a face mask in my pocket. You always got to have one ready.
Yeah, because Bravo.
Here's my Patriot face mask. There's my USA.
There you go.
Luca.
He's Bravo had her stuff on the whole time. You can go to her site. I think she just had a new line come out. It was like the Halloween type looking stuff, the orange and the black, I think. But yeah. So yeah, I'm really happy that they're putting those little signs out there.
Oh, here we go. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Oh, what is that? Oh no! Is that
boom, 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 boom?
Is that Crockett Bone?
I think it is.
That picture.
Was that the picture, or like was that you walking around the halls, and then all the young ladies, well, older than J-Bone ladies at the time, surrounding you?
Yeah, that's pretty close. And actually, that picture that my face came from there is it's from about 10 years ago. So
okay.
But no, I didn't quite have the white jacket. I had something very similar to that, but it was the rolled up style. I can't remember, but anyways, it smells like sports entertainment. Yeah.
There you go. Wrestle House 3, Ziggy Dice, Ba, Inspiration, and Sue's 4th incarnation. Please and thank you.
Oh, it's speaking of Sue, when they were doing a quick rundown of the last Wrestle House, the first Wrestle House, they had they threw in the quick bite of Sue on the date with Jake.
This kind of rundown?
I have the runs.
That's the one. Yes, they played that. That was great. I lost it on that. I'm like, oh, they used the Sue. I got the runs bit. That was great.
Is that or is that not due to TNI usage? No one will ever know.
We use that at least once every couple of weeks.
Yeah, we use that pretty often. That was a go-to for a while.
That's a good one. We miss Sue. We hope she comes back from the undead realm or wherever she is real soon. Wink, wink.
Well, she's sending out some undead bridesmaids in the meantime.
Yes, she is. She's hard at work doing that. The mother that she is. So yeah, I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to talk about, but that's pretty much it for this.
Yeah, I was taking a look around just to see if Impact put anything out for next week. It doesn't look like they've announced anything yet.
I like previews, yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes they give you a little bit of a tease after the show. But so far, I'm sure it's because of the holiday. They haven't really put anything out there as of yet. So we'll see. I think it'll be obviously our regular programming returning next week, but we'll see the fallout. Obviously, we saw Lawrence return. Will we see any follow-up of Lawrence? Will this be referenced? Will Wrestle House be referenced on next week's episode? Like that they returned. And like, because remember last time they did and they were back? That really didn't happen in this episode. Did it? I don't think it did. And remember, because they left from the ring. They were in the ring and then they got transported back.
Well, they had the Thanksgiving meal.
They had the
didn't
meal.
really zap them back.
Yeah, so I wonder if there will be a zap back or no.
I hope it's like right in the middle of a match too. But see, last time there weren't fans there, so they can't really do that this time.
Are you saying they couldn't zap in front of me?
Hey, what happens in Vegas stays.
I believe in movie and Vegas magic.
All right, David Copperfield. All right. Wait, does he still perform?
I think so. I haven't been to a magic show in quite some time, J-Bone.
I mean, that was really like an 80s thing, wasn't it?
What, Copperfield or magic?
Both.
No, I think, especially in Vegas, I think there's still a lot of magicians that have residencies at a lot of the casinos out there. Oh, yes, and Critical Sting's right. Last time they zapped in the middle of Deanna's black tie affair. Remember the black tie affair there, J-Bone?
Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about. You know, there was no fans
tougher
there.
To pull that off.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Deanna, I don't know what this is going to be, but let's see what it is.
I am the f***ing greatest.
Wow.
There you go. There's a punctuation on a show.
All righty.
Oh yeah, and let's not forget the Broken Hardys. They were zapping left and right.
Oh yeah, I don't know how they did that. Well, you were probably there for some of those.
I was there for some of that zapping. So
how the hell did they do that?
Very carefully.
All right. So that is tonight's Wrestle House 2. Great follow up to the first one. Get some nice callbacks to the first one. Some different characters. Return of some others like Lawrence D. New ones like Chris Sabin just shined in this. What they did with him was just gold. Kaleb, great stuff. And a Swinger as always. Everybody did great job. Really did. Oh yeah. Is it Josh Matthews' birthday today?
The goat?
The goat?
The goat on Turkey Day? Happy birthday to the goat.
Mrs. J-Bone's birthday was yesterday. Yeah. So and that was the only awkward part of yesterday's, family Thanksgiving dinner. When the stripper showed up for, it was frowned upon a little bit. So I had to unfortunately shoo him away, and I didn't get any money back either. So
I have seen that penis.
Exactly. So that's it for this one. Thank you, everybody. We know this is a holiday. It was just another day for me because, like I said, mine was yesterday. So today was just chill. Today was chill. Get out of the.
That's why you were having the leftovers.
That's right. It's all about the leftovers. Love leftovers. Hell, for lunch, I had some stuffing and forgot I had some leftover meatloaf from the other day. So I made a big ass meatloaf and stuffing sandwich with mayo and ketchup. It was great.
Now, see, I've done the go-to is the meatloaf sandwich, ketchup and mayo. After, but the stuffing, never done that with the meatloaf sandwich.
Big pile of stuffing in there, and just squish it all in there. Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And then the stuffing falls out. It's messy. It's great. It's good stuff. So let's see. Before we go around, and there's just both of us, so we can't really say go around the horn. It's just
go around the horn.
Go between both of us. Let's mention these fine sales we got going on here. We got 2 of them. We got PWTs. It's going on all week. Started a couple days ago. We see all the sales there for all the different stuff. Ours falls in that last category on the bottom, 20% off everything else. We are the everything else. You can get yourself, if you want to help support PWTs, and it throws a little towards us. We also have some lovely merch over on our Spreadshirt site, and that's got everything else. That's got the hoodies, the caps, the bears, the cups, the coffee mugs, stickers, magnets, all sorts of great stuff. You can customize stuff as well. 25% off the Black Friday sale. It's all day tomorrow, November 26th, all day, 25% off everything.
Ooh.
And I also got to show this because we love the guys. TNI UK also has everything as well.
Get your own little beefalo
On there. There you go. It's a little bear
flow
or puppy flow, I guess. I don't know. But who doesn't want a little
Oh, now Terrence asks. He asked a hot question here, J-Bone.
Uh-oh.
Are we getting a Turning Point review this weekend? Are we committing to tomorrow, J-Bone?
I think I can. I
All
can. Yeah, you let me know when works for you later tomorrow night, and we'll do it.
All right.
Because I mean, I'm going to watch it all back because the Bones brain this week has been absolutely scrambled with everything going on. But I will watch it back. I just got to watch the main event primarily because I haven't seen that yet. But yeah, it's really good, and we'll see if we can wrangle in maybe a couple other TNI crew for this too. So
maybe
you never know.
I know some of them were lurking in the chat today.
You never know. I know Trent. We might want to do it Saturday because
already got some mind changing going on, but that's okay.
Doesn't Trent have a show tomorrow night though?
I do not know. Does he have one this weekend?
That's the.
I don't think that it is this weekend, the Windy City Classic.
I know it's this weekend. I don't know if it's.
Double check.
Friday or Saturday. The AA.
November 26th. So that would be tomorrow. It looks like
tomorrow. Well, if you want to shoot, does Saturday work for you?
It depending on the time. If we go like normal time, it should be fine.
Like later at night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because his bell time's at 6:30 your time, so 7:30. So, but I know him. He's the original party animal. He'll be out all night after a show.
Well, he hangs out with the crew and everything.
Yeah,
yeah. He's up till like 6 a.m. with.
Yeah, he does all nighters with those shows.
So yeah. All right. So let's shoot for Saturday. But yes, we are doing Turning Point this weekend. Unless my head falls off or something, I'm doing it.
All right.
So, although that's
we don't want emergence.
Well, emergence is going to happen by the end of the year. We've already promised that.
Oh, okay.
That's the New Year's Eve show, and
that's the New Year's Eve show.
That's the New Year's Eve show, and I'm not promising sobriety on that one either. So we're going to have a lot of fun on that one. We'll have Tipsy Bone on that. All right,
Tipsy Bone. If you want a sneak preview of maybe at least some of my thoughts of Turning Point. You can go back and watch the TNI UK show from yesterday that I was on, where we did a Turning Point review as well.
Oh, there you go. There you go. No spoilers. Oh, wait. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, go check them out. Love those guys. Glad you could join them for that.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, Bill, where can I find you?
They can finally me mainly on the Twitter. My name, William M. Gardner. Maybe at a show. We'll see. Obviously, Impact, maybe others. And who knows? You saw some pictures here. Maybe they'll even go up on Instagram. I just got to work my way backwards. Because I do have a picture. Obviously, you saw the one with Rosemary and Havok. So, yeah, definitely check it out. J-Bone, where can they find you?
They can find me over in that other little podcast called Smash This Podcast, where we're a little light on the podcasting lately, but I haven't shut that other base down yet. It's the holiday. It's all sorts of things. I don't like making excuses, but it's life in general. But yeah, go follow Smash This Podcast on YouTube and Twitch and wherever you get your podcast audio. You can find me on the Twitter box at JBone5150. That's JAYBONE 5150. Look at that. Even after everything this week, I could still spell. This show, you can find it on all the socials. Just type in We Talk Impact. And you can find it on the Facebooks, the Instanet, and the Twitter box. And for your audio, everybody searching for the podcast on audio, Apple, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Google Play, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, SoundCloud, Pandora. Just type in Total Nonstop Impact and it'll pop up. And our lovely Patreons. Thank you to our Patreons. We are very thankful for you. We're thankful for our whole audience in general, but we got to plug the Patreon stuff too. But you guys are the best. As far as like best podcast audience, hands down. I've had so much fun over the last few years on this show and meeting guys like Bill and Mark and just the whole squad, everybody. And I've worked with some great squads before. Hands down the best.
Oh, and the bone's the best.
I try. There's plenty of times I don't feel like I am. I will never call myself the best.
Jay, if someone, for the people that stuck around through all the sign off stuff here, why don't we give them a little? We got midway, about a quarter or third into the show, the new, here's the official beginning of Wrestle House, the credits.
Yeah.
If there was a credits for TNI, other than the one we do the intro and the outro, but if there was a credits and are starring J-Bone, what would be your pose? And then they're J-Bone, and what would you be doing in that scene? You know how they're normally posing or doing something. What would you be doing in that shot?
Oh, God, I don't know. Something really scary. Something
really scary.
Something goofy.
Well, now you're saying goofy. Then we know what it would be. It would be very similar to this.
That is a not so sober bone right there. That's drinking beer.
Drinking beers.
I love my beers. I just can't drink them no more. Oh, and I really need to find some tasty non-alcoholic.
Yeah, would a lollipop be involved? But the gimmick's kind of gone away, J-Bone. You brought it back briefly a little bit, but would it involve a lollipop still?
Yeah. Yeah, the lollipops are around. I just didn't bring any Halloween candy down here. So. There's still some floating around the house somewhere. I just don't have any in my office. So yeah.
I'm J-Bone. Give me some candy.
Give me some candy. J-Bone's, look at that. I still got pie left in my bowl. That's why I need to go. I need to finish it. Because J-Bone loves pie. All right. The branding of the bone. That's right.
You did have a lollipop shirt, didn't you? Or you still might. I don't know.
I was trying to come up with one.
Okay, maybe it was just discussion because I remember it being talked about.
It was, yeah. And then I stopped eating them, and I'm like, well, okay, I can't do the lollipop shirt no more. So I might come back someday. Who knows? I don't know.
Never know. Stay tuned.
I think when if we get through the holidays, and then we'll work on some more merchandising ideas. Merchandising. We love the
can't
merchandising.
teach that.
Right?
Or you can't bone that. Oh, maybe you can. Settle down.
Oh, Jiminy Christmas. All right, let's get out of here. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Stay safe this Thanksgiving holiday weekend, end of the week, whatever you guys have for your days off. Hug your family. Tell your loved ones that you love them, because that's what this holiday is all about. We're thankful for that, And if you don't have any, well, guess what? We love you. So there you go. You got a we love you from the crew. All right, let's get out of here. Thank you, Bill, as always. And we'll see you later this weekend for a Turning Point review. Much love, everyone. Take care.